Hello guys, today in this video, we are going to help you to find out the best indoor gardens in market. I made this list based on my personal opinion and I tried to list them based on their quality, durability, customer review and more. If you want to see their price and find out more information about them, you can check our links in the description below. Number 10. Rise Gardens Personal Garden and Starter Kit. Rise Gardens has created a very elegant starter kit for indoor growing. The frame of it looks great, and it has a rectangular shape that makes it easier to place up against a wall and not take up too much space. You also have a lot of control over the self-watering system through an app integration so that you can adjust it to the types of plants. You also receive a selection of seeds for fresh herbs and greens, or you could simply pick your own seeds to give you the crops you're most likely to add to your meals. One of the biggest advantages of having indoor garden systems is that you can grow a wide of plants in a compact space. And this particular indoor garden kit does the job immaculately. Number 9. Ideal 12 Pods Hydroponics Growing System. The one thing that stands out the most about this indoor gardening kit is that you can adjust the color settings of the LEDs to a growing system that suits your plants. You can simply adjust it for herbs, leafy greens, or vegetables as needed to maximize growth. The large tank also makes it easy to keep nutrient levels topped up without having to monitor it on a daily basis. It also comes with everything needed for germination so that your first attempt to grow indoors doesn't fall apart at the early stages. I must say, I'm a fan of the germination kit that comes along. The only downside is the maximum height above the water tank, which could limit some herbs and other plants. Number 8. Miracle Grow 12 Indoor Growing System. This is one of the more unique indoor gardens as it's designed to look like a small side or end table. That means you could buy a few of these and place them in your dining and living room for some added color and even smells. It includes the seeds and nutrient kit so that you can start planting immediately. And self-watering hydroponics means that you just need to keep an eye on the water level. You can fully control the light settings to suit the indoor growing environment, and it works great even in a small space. You can expect to see lettuce grow within weeks, and I've used it for tomatoes and curly parsley as well. Just keep in mind that each system has room for only 4 plants in the water tank. Number 7. Aero Garden Farm 24+. This is probably the Cadillac when it comes to indoor gardens. Not only does it have an automated self-watering system, but it also allows you to control the 2 sides of it for optimum watering and nutrient delivery to the plant's roots. As a result, you'll have healthy plants no matter what their nutrient requirements are. You can also grow up to 24 plants, all under 2 sets of grow lights that you can individually adjust for optimum height. And you receive seed pods that are ready to sow and get you started as soon as it arrives. Now, it is expensive, but given the number of plants you can grow, this will quickly pay off. Number 6. Aero Garden Bounty Elite. This was the second smart garden I bought, and it's still by far the easiest one to use. It has a self-watering system where you simply fill it with water and plant food and then check every few days if you need to top it up. The built-in LED lights can be set on a simple timer, and you can adjust them depending on the day. So, if you have a nice sunny day, then it's easy to reduce the energy output by dimming the grow lights. I have also found that growing plants requires hardly any supervision, and I've filled it with cherry tomatoes that almost grew as fast as in summer. Just keep in mind that if you're growing herbs that the maximum height of the grow lights might not suit some taller plants. Number 5. VegBox Small. The VegBox Small struggled to meet the standards set by the other indoor garden in the class. However, it has some redeeming features that kept it in the running. Specifically, this unit will grow a whopping 9 plants, significantly more than the higher-rated competing models. Also, this unit forgoes a water pump as well as a digital user interface. As such, there is little that can go wrong, save neglect from the gardener. The flip side of our analysis reveals that the VegBox is a difficult-to-manage hydroponic gardening system. For starters, the germination process is quite involved, requiring implanting the seeds into sponges with tweezers and then soaking for 24 hours prior to placement in the garden receptacles. Additionally, pouring water into the intake port is difficult due to the size and location of the opening. Lastly, the VegBox's light array tilts to adjust, meaning the plants closest to the hinging point effectively can't grow beyond 934 inch. For the right user, these shortcomings may be minor, but if ease of use is your goal, we recommend looking at other products here reviewed. Number 4. Click and Grow Smart Garden 3. The Click and Grow Smart Garden is a basic but effective compact indoor hydroponic garden. The unit eschews a water pump, digital interface, and moving parts such as an adjustable light. Because of its simplicity, this machine is considerably more affordable than the competition. Given the minimalist design and affordability of this unit, it's a good choice for kids at home or in the classroom, as well as small kitchens or even at a desk. As is often the case with products like the Click and Grow, its strengths can be seen as weaknesses when taken out of their proper context. For example, the unit's small size means that it can only take 3 plants at a time. Additionally, it has a small reservoir that will require frequent cleaning and refilling and is not as low maintenance as other models. The lack of a digital interface means that all feeding and watering schedules will have to be maintained the old-fashioned way, manually. That said, the unit's simplicity means there is little that can break or malfunction. Number 3. AeroGarden Harvest. The AeroGarden Harvest is a compact, effective indoor garden best suited to those with limited countertop real estate. Despite its dimensions, this little unit makes the most of the space it's granted, with a capacity for 6 plants to grow up to 12 inches tall. As is par for the course with AeroGarden products, the setup and operation of this garden is a cinch, with instructions that are holistic and easy to digest. Additionally, the unit keeps the user apprised of the water level and fertilization schedule with helpful reminders that keep the garden on track. While the Harvest is a sound hydroponic garden, there are some issues related to its compact size. For example, the relatively small water reservoir requires a lot of refilling, and the pump becomes increasingly noisy as the water wanes. This issue is exacerbated by the plant's roots, which take up much of the tank's capacity when they are developed. Moreover, the healthy root structure complicates cleaning the tank if there isn't an extra set of hands to hold the plants aloft while cleaning. Despite these frustrations, and the extra work they create, this unit remains in high esteem among our testers because it yields quality produce in just over a month while consuming little kitchen space. Number 2. AeroGarden Harvest 360. The AeroGarden Harvest 360 is a fantastic little garden unit that maintains the classic rounded plant pot look. In typical AeroGarden fashion, this garden reliably brings plants to harvest in just over a month. Also, the garden is easy to set up and maintain with a user manual that boasts gardening tips that we found quite helpful. Other thoughtful design features are the water and fertilizer reminders that help to keep the garden healthy and thriving, which can be useful for those who may lack green thumbs. Lastly, AeroGarden's pre-packed seed pods come in a plethora of plant varieties and all but ensure successful harvests. Despite the manufacturer's laudable efforts to remove chance and circumstance from healthy plant outcomes, there are some considerations to be aware of before pulling the trigger on the Harvest 360. Specifically, the unit's light array maxes out at 12 inches, which will require a bit more pruning as compared to other models with more reach. Also, the unit accommodates just 6 plants, which isn't a problem, but other 6-plant gardens have notably smaller footprints than the Harvest 360's 81 square inches. Despite these factors, this shapely hydroponic garden is a producer that will reliably bring a flash of fresh greenery to one's home. Number 1. AeroGarden Bounty Basic. The AeroGarden Bounty Basic is a user-friendly hydroponic garden that accommodates 9 plants at a time and allows plants to grow as high as 2 feet. The unit boasts an intuitive LCD user interface that guides you through the setup process as well as keeps you informed of the water level and feeding schedule. As if that wasn't enough to ensure plant health, the unit is also Wi-Fi enabled, allowing one to control the lights and check the garden's status remotely. The Bounty Basic comes with prepared seed pods that promote rapid germination, helping to shorten the time to harvest. The Bounty Basic has some of the fastest seed to harvest times that we observed, but this is in part due to the large size of the unit. While the ample proportions of this garden are not necessarily negative, those with limited countertop space may find it a bit too large. In which case, one should consider a more compact model. That said, this unit offers space for 9 plants to flourish in a sharp-looking design that will make a splash on most countertops or window sills, making it a decorative as well as useful kitchen item.